Okay, get yourself ready for your restorative practice. So a blanket on top of your usual mat is just a nice way to create a little bit of comfort, additional comfort. Get a bolster underneath your knees, some blocks for your feet, and then a folded blanket for underneath your head. Just make sure that the blanket is folded nicely and the bolster is underneath your knees. So if you said that you got stiff knees earlier on, so having the bolster underneath your knees is a nice way to just soften your legs. So just allow yourself to release down into the floor. If you're wearing glasses, just take them off so you can relax and unwind. If you can cover your eyes with an eye pillow, then that just gives you a little extra darkness, which helps you to relax as well. So just appreciate this first couple of minutes of just laying down on the floor. Maybe you've been busy all day, maybe you've been on your feet all day. So this opportunity to just suddenly relax is really welcome and really quite blissful, isn't it, in the middle of the day. If you're not entirely comfortable, then just adjust. You can adjust the position of the bolster, adjust the position of the blocks underneath your feet. Just make sure that you're in the perfect relaxation position, one that's going to allow you to just completely release into the floor. Just observe how the body makes contact with the ground, and just allow yourself to release into the floor. Letting go of the legs and the arms, just unhooking the muscles of the legs and the arms. So the aim at the beginning of the session is just to establish yourself on the floor, to feel how your body reacts to the floor, by just observing your breath and the muscles and the sensations within the physical body. Just focus on filling the lungs from the bottom to the top and emptying the lungs from the top to the bottom. Draw your consciousness into the underside of the foot, into the soles of your foot, into the soles of your feet. Drawing your awareness into the soles of the feet so that the skin and muscle begins to tingle with consciousness. Draw your attention into the soles of the feet and then consciously relax the soles of the feet. Relaxing the soles of the feet with the out breath. And then drawing your consciousness into the tops of the feet. Draw your attention to the tops of the feet and then allow the muscles and the skin on the tops of the feet to completely relax. Relaxing the tops of the feet, letting the skin soften and the muscles soften. And then allow the shins to become conscious, feeling the shins and the shin skin and the calf muscle below. And then completely relax the shins. Relaxing the shins into the bed of the calf muscle. And then draw your attention into the kneecaps. completely relax the kneecaps, allowing the kneecaps to sink into the back of the knee. From the kneecaps, draw your consciousness into your thighs. And then completely relax your kneecaps, allowing them to sink into the backs of your knees. Drawing your consciousness into your thighs. And then draw your attention into your thighs. Just allowing the thighs to sink into the floor, observing that as you relax the thighs, maybe you relax any tension around the chest. Drawing your attention into the pelvis and the abdomen. Draw your attention into the abdomen, the lower ribs and the chest. And then completely relax the abdomen and the chest into the floor. Just completely relaxing with the breath. Relaxing into the pose, using the breath to quieten the brain, quieten any tension within the pose. Allowing your torso to just sink into the floor, attach into the shoulders and the upper arms, and the forearms and the backs of the hands and the fronts of the palms. Just allowing those limbs to sink into the ground, letting go of tension. Just release your arms into the floor with an out breath, just letting go of any tension in the arms, allowing yourself to completely relax into the floor. Relaxing the shoulders and the upper arms and the forearms and the palms of the hands and the backs of the hands, just resting them into the floor. Draw your attention to your neck and your head, softening the muscles around the face. Soften the palms into the floor and the arms and around the throat. Soften the face. Allow the facial muscles to just completely relax from the top of the skull down to the neck. Just allowing the body to completely surrender into the straight line of the floor. Just enjoy the complete lack of demand on your body and mind, just using this time to completely recharge your batteries. And when you're ready to disturb yourself, just gently wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, just bring yourself into this pose of basic relaxation. Bend your knees, have your feet apart and your knees together for a moment, just to rest your back into the floor. And then gently roll onto your right side. And then straighten out your leg, your top leg, come back up into a seated position, just sitting cross legs for a moment, just observe how your energy has changed. Okay, so we're going to do the mountain brook pose. So you just take the blocks away from your feet and then get your folded blanket and then open it out just to a little kind of eighth fold, a little quarter fold like that. And then just fold it down the middle. So that it's this kind of thick, narrow blanket. And that's just going to go for your shoulders. So you just come into a similar position as last time. At this time, your shoulder blades are going to be supported by the blanket, the folded blanket, and then you just rest your arms on the floor over your head. So again, you can just cover your eyes if you prefer, or just keep them exposed. Covering them will help you to relax, but this is an energizing pose. So the shoulder blades are just lifted off the floor slightly underneath the blanket, folded blanket, and the armpits are opened up. So just focus on normal inhalations and exhalations, allowing your body to completely release into the floor. So as you know, as we progress into the sequence, I'll speak less and less, just so that you can concentrate on relaxation rather than listening. Okay, just release your arms down onto the sides of the body, bend your knees, and then just roll onto your right side, and then just come into good cross-legged position with your hands on your knees, just observing your energy. Just observing how that pose of Mountain Brook has just brought energy into the chest and into the head. Okay, so have a bolster for underneath your back, and we're just going to come into our butterfly, our supported butterfly pose. So just have a blanket folded underneath for your head. Pull your feet in towards each other, in towards the groin, and then have a blanket for underneath your head. And then just open up the front of the chest. Just feel that you can release into the ground. So we're opening the heart region, this heart pose with butterfly legs. Again, you can cover your eyes or just keep them closed. Just enjoy the opening of the abdomen and the diaphragm region, chest. And then just push your elbows into the floor and then come up into seated position. Just observing your energy again, just observing how it feels after these chest opening poses. Maybe your energy feels much lighter, much higher. Okay, we're going to do the legs up the bolster pose. So you need 2 blocks for this. 1 block like that, 1 block like that, and then you're going to put your bolster there like on a little ramp. And then if you've got a belt handy, then you're going to tie your legs together just to make the legs feel kind of comfortable. So you're just going to lay down with your legs up the bolster, and you just have your feet together like this. You just have the bolster around the belt around just around the middle of the shins, just to give yourself a little holding position for your legs. And then you just simply lay yourself down into the floor, so your legs are just sitting up the bolster a little. Again, cover your eyes and then just gently allow yourself to release. So this is a grounding action. Just allow your body to relax into the floor. So this sequence is all about just refreshing and unwinding. Okay, just bend your knees, just slip the belt off your legs and then roll onto your side. Sit yourself up, just move your bolster out of the way, just can come into cross legs, just observing your energy. Observing how your energy feels lighter, more abundant than it did at the beginning. And then just start, we'll finish off with the pose that we began with. So just the blanket, folded blanket underneath your head, bolster underneath your knees, and then just lay down into just our basic relaxation pose, just allowing yourself just to completely relax, release into the floor. Soften your jaw and your tongue and your throat. Feeling that flow of energy down into the toes and into the fingers and up into the top of the head. And then when you're ready, just gently wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Just bring yourself back into this pose of Shavasana. And then bend your knees, bring your feet onto the bolster, have your feet apart, your knees together. Just resting into the floor. And then gently roll onto your right side. Just stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, come back up into a seated position, just a final cross legs with your hands in the Namaste, just a final spinal lift, drawing your breath in through your nose and down into the abdomen. Be conscious of the energy that you have released through your practice this evening. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Spend a moment to acknowledge the positive energy you have created inside. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then very gently release the backs of your hands down towards your knees, palms facing upwards. And then as you raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. So hopefully you feel as though you have lifted your energy and given yourself good quietness of the brain for your evening. So thank you very much for joining me.